Hello everyone, welcome to Tungala online classes. Let's start new chapter straight line, coaching part, straight lines. In that synopsis, we will discuss synopsis of straight line. Just I read the synopsis, if it is necessary then only I will explain, right? If a line makes an angle theta, it should be lies between 0 to 180 and strictly less than 180 with x-axis in the positive direction of x-axis, then theta is called inclination of the line, then tan theta is called its slope, right? Already you know this thing, right? And tan theta is called slope of the line and it is denoted by small m, right? And x-axis or any line parallel to x-axis is called horizontal line. X-axis or any line parallel to x-axis is called horizontal line. Any line parallel to y-axis or y-axis itself is known as vertical line. Other than these two lines are called oblique lines. Means non-vertical, non-horizontal lines are called oblique lines. Oblique means non-horizontal, non-vertical lines are called oblique lines or inclined lines. Then already you know the slope of x-axis is or any line parallel to x-axis. Slope of x-axis or any line parallel to x-axis is 0. Why? Because inclination of horizontal line is 0. So its slope is 0. Next point. Slope of y-axis or any line parallel to y-axis is not defined. Infinity. Not defined means infinity. Slope of y-axis is not defined. Not defined means infinity. Infinity is nothing but 1 divided by 0. Infinity is nothing but 1 divided by 0. Because inclination of vertical line is 90 degree. If inclination of the line is 90 degree, then tan 90 is not defined. Not defined means its slope is not defined. Next, the slope of a line passing through given 2 points. Already you know this formula. Slope of line joining 2 points or slope of a line passing through given 2 points. Say x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2 is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Slope of line joining these 2 points, right? Next, if theta is acute angle between the lines having slopes m1 and m2, already you know the formula. Angle between two straight lines formula, tan theta is equal to modulus of m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 into m2, or else both are one and the same. You can use tan theta is equal to modulus of m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 into m2. You can use m1 minus m2 or m2 minus m1 because it is inside modulus sign. So both are one and the same. Angle between two straight line formula. Tan theta is equal to modulus of m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 into m2, or else modulus of m1 minus m2. Either m1 minus m2 or m2 minus m1, both are one and the same. Next, condition of two lines are parallel. Two non-vertical lines are parallel if their slopes are equal. If two lines are parallel, then their slopes are equal. Next, two non-vertical lines are perpendicular. Two lines are said to be perpendicular if their product of slopes equal to minus 1. Product of slopes equal to minus 1. In this case, m1 equal to m2. Slope of line 1 is equal to slope of line 2. If lines are perpendicular, then m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. Product of slopes equal to minus 1, then lines are perpendicular. Slopes are equal means lines are parallel. Next point, the slope of a line perpendicular to a line having slope means here one of the line is there, its slope is m. Then what is slope of a line which is perpendicular to L, or else take it as L1 and it is L2. Suppose slope of line 1 is m, then what is slope of line 2? Its slope is minus 1 divided by m, negative reciprocal of slope of other line. Slope of a line is perpendicular to a line having slope. Suppose slope of one line is m, then slope of a line which is perpendicular to given line is minus 1 by m, because product of slopes equal to minus 1. Next, already you know what is equation of x-axis. Equation of x-axis is y equal to 0. On the x-axis clearly y coordinate is 0, geometrical condition is y 0, on the x-axis y 0. So equation of x-axis is y equal to 0. Then equation of any horizontal line passing through x1 comma y1 is, equation of any horizontal line passing through x1 comma y1, how it is y is equal to y1, I will explain. Consider 2D plane, and what they have given, equation of any line, any horizontal line passing through the point x1 comma y1 is y is equal to y1. I will take one point x1 comma y1, right? This is one point, and clearly they mention horizontal, means it is parallel to x-axis. Then what is its equation? It passes through the point. Then tell me what is slope of this line? Slope of this line is clearly 0. Why? Because it is parallel to x-axis. Slope of any line parallel to x-axis is 0. Now use slope point formula. Y minus y1 is equal to m into, what is m value? 0 into x minus x1. So y minus y1 is equal to 0, or y is equal to y1. This is equation of a horizontal line passing through the point x1 comma y1. Means y is equal to y coordinate of the point. Horizontal line passing through the point x1 comma y1 is y is equal to y1, just by using slope and point formula. Already you know slope of horizontal line is 0. Slope 0, point x1 y1. Use slope point formula, then you get y is equal to y1. Next, equation of y-axis is x equal to 0, because on the y-axis y coordinate is 0. Sorry, on the y-axis x coordinate 0, geometrical condition is x 0, means equation of y-axis is x equal to 0. Then the equation of any vertical line passing through the point, right? I will explain how it is x equal to x1. X equal to x1. Why it is x equal to x1? Just consider 2D plane and consider vertical line, it passes through the point x1 comma y1. Then what is equation of this line? I will take this as line L. Tell me what is slope of this vertical line? Already you know slope of vertical line is not defined. Not defined means infinity. Infinity is nothing but 1 by 0, right? Slope m is equal to 1 divided by 0. Then use slope and point formula. Equation of required line is y minus y1 is equal to m. What is m value? Not defined. Not defined means 1 divided by 0. 1 divided by 0 into x minus x1. Now just cross multiplication. 0 into y minus y1 is equal to 1 into x minus x1. 0 into any value, this term becomes 0. So x minus x1 equal to 0. X equal to x1 is required equation of the line. Vertical line passing through the point x1 comma y1. If it is vertical line, then x equal to x coordinate of that point. Vertical line equation passing through the point x1 comma y1, then x equal to x coordinate of that point. Horizontal line, then y is equal to y coordinate of that point. Next, equation of a line, equation of the line passing through 2 points, sorry, passing through one point x1 comma y1 having slope m. Just slope and point formula, already you know this formula, slope and formula, slope and point. By using slope and formula it will be y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. This is one of the form, equation of the straight line. Slope and form, y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Whenever slope of the line and one of the point is given, then slope and form. Slope and form is y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Here m is slope of the line. Next, equation of the line passing through origin having slope m. Suppose line passes through the origin and having slope m. Slope of the line is m and it passes through the point 0 comma 0, then its equation is y equal to mx. Just use slope and formula. Slope is m and point is 0 comma 0. If you use slope and formula, then its equation is y equal to mx. If line passing through the origin, then its equation is y equal to mx. Right? Then equation of the line passing through a of x1 comma y1 and b of x2 comma y2 is, already you know formula, slope of a line passing through 2 points. What is formula? Equation of the line passing through 2 points. Suppose a of x1 comma y1 and point b of x2 comma y2. Already you know the formula. Equation of AB is y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. This is equation of the line passing through 2 points. If you simplify this one, then you get y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. These two are one and the same. Both the expressions are equivalent, right? Next, if a line cuts x-axis at A, means capital A, its whose coordinates are a comma 0, and y-axis at capital B, whose coordinates are 0 comma b, then A is called x-intercept and B is called y-intercept. Shifting of the line on the coordinate axis. What is meaning of x-intercept? Suppose it is O, this is A and this is B, whose coordinates are a comma 0 and whose coordinates are 0 comma b. OA is called x-intercept of this line. OA is called x-intercept and OB is called y-intercept of the line. Shifting of the line on the coordinate axis is known as intercepts. Here OA is called x-intercept and OB is called y-intercept. Small a and small b are called x-intercept and y-intercepts. Right? Next point. Equation of a straight line having slope m and y-intercept. Different forms of equation of the straight line. Slope and y-intercept is given, then its equation is y equal to mx plus c. Slope m and y-intercept is given, then its equation is y equal to mx plus. Then slope and x-intercept is given. In this case x-intercept is a and slope is m, then y is equal to, in PU class, slope m and x-intercept is d, then its equation is y equal to m into x minus d. In this case, instead of d, x-intercept is a, then its equation is y equal to m into x minus a. Slope and x-intercept. Next, equation of straight line having x-intercept a and y-intercept b. Equation of the straight line in intercept form, that is x by a plus y by b equal to 1. This is equation of the straight line in intercept form, right? Next, and already you know general equation of the straight line. ax plus by plus c equal to 0 is called general equation of the straight line. Then intercept of a line, this is ax plus by plus c equal to 0 represents equation of the straight line, general equation of the straight line. Tell me what is slope of this line? Slope of ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Slope of general equation of the straight line, m is equal to minus a divided by b. Minus a is coefficient of x and b is coefficient of y. Then x intercept is equal to, what is x intercept of ax plus by plus c? Minus c divided by a. Then what is y intercept? Y intercept of ax plus by plus c equal to 0 is minus c divided by b. Slope of ax plus by plus c, x intercept of ax plus by plus c, and it is y intercept of ax plus by plus c. Minus c by a is x intercept and minus c by b is y intercept, and its slope is, slope of a line ax plus by plus c equal to 0 is minus a divided by b. Then next point, the equation of a line parallel to ax plus by plus c equal to 0 and passing through x1 comma y1 is, this is very important one. One line is given, its equation is ax plus by plus c equal to 0, and find the equation of the line which is parallel to this line. It is parallel to this line and passing through the point x1 comma y1. Then its equation is a into x minus x1 plus b into y minus y1 equal to 0. This is very important one, right? Equation of the line parallel to ax plus by plus c equal to 0 and passing through the point x1 comma y1 is a into x minus x1. Means in this equation simply replace x as x minus x1 and y as y minus y1, and in this case just delete c value. Equation of the line parallel to ax plus by plus c equal to 0 and passing through the point x1 comma y1 is a into x minus x1 plus b into y minus y1. It is one of the shortcut formula, right? No need to remember this formula, right? Just remember this one. No need to remember this formula. It is somewhat complicated, right? Just remember this one. A into x minus x1 plus b into y minus y1, right? Equation of the line parallel to ax plus by plus c equal to 0 and passing through the point x1 comma y1 is a into x minus x1 plus b into y minus y1. Next one, equation of a line perpendicular to ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Suppose given line is ax plus by plus c equal to 0, it is given line. Then equation of the line which is perpendicular to ax plus by plus c equal to 0 is 0 and passing through the point x1 comma y1 is. For this also we have one shortcut formula, right? This is our required line and perpendicular to x plus by plus c equal to 0 and passes through the point x1 comma y1. Its equation is b into x minus x1 minus a into y minus y1 is equal to 0. Passing through x1 comma y1 is b into x minus x1 minus a into y minus y1 equal to 0. No need to remember this one, right? Just remember this formula. B into x minus x1. Here coefficient of x and y are interchanged. If it is perpendicular, if it is parallel, then coefficient of x is as it is and coefficient of y is also as it is. Simply replace x as x minus x1, y as y minus y1 when line is parallel. If it is perpendicular, then coefficients are interchanged, right, and with negative sign. This is equation of the line passing through x1 comma y1 and perpendicular to the line ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Next, the equation of a line parallel to ax plus by plus c equal to 0 and passing through the origin. No need to remember this point. In this case, x1 y1 is origin, means x1 y1 is 0 comma 0, right? No need to remember this formula, right? In this case, instead of x1 y1, take 0 comma 0, then you get this one, right? Equation of the line, the equation of a line perpendicular to x plus by plus c equal to 0 and passing through the origin is bx minus ay equal to 0. This formula is also not necessary. Just remember, equation of the line passing through x1 comma y1 and parallel to x plus by plus c equal to 0 is a into x minus x1 plus b into y minus y1 equal to 0 when it is parallel. If it is perpendicular, equation of a line perpendicular to x plus by plus c equal to 0 and passing through the point x1 comma y1 is b into x minus x1 minus a into y minus y1 equal to 0. This is not necessary to remember, right? Instead of x1 y1, here point is origin. Origin means 0 comma 0 only, right? Otherwise you can remember this formula also. Next, the area of the triangle formed by the line x by a plus y by b equal to 0 with coordinate axis is, right? What is area of the triangle formed by the line? Its equation is x by a plus y by b equal to 1. X by a means this is x intercept a comma 0, this is y intercept 0 comma b. Then area of the triangle formed by the line x by a plus y by b equal to 1 with coordinate axis. With coordinate axis means with x axis and y axis. This is a and this is b and it is origin, means area of this triangle. Its area is equal to 1 divided by 2 times modulus of AB. Here a is x intercept of the line and b is y intercept. Because modulus sign, because of area is positive, for that reason consider modulus sign. The area of the triangle formed by this line x by a plus y by b equal to 1 with coordinate axis is 1 by 2 times modulus of AB. Here a is x intercept and b is y intercept of the line. Then next equation of area of the triangle formed by this line with coordinate axis. In the previous case, both x intercept and y intercepts are given, means equation of the straight line is given in intercept form. In this case, line equation is in general equation of the straight line. In the previous case, intercepts they have given. In this case, intercepts not given. Equation of the line is in general form. General equation of the straight line. Area of the triangle formed by general equation of the straight line with coordinate axis. Suppose line equation is given in general form, then its area is c square divided by 2 times modulus of AB. Here a is coefficient of x and b is coefficient of y. Here not x intercept and y intercept. Here a is not x intercept and b is not y intercept. Here a and b are coefficient of x and coefficient of y. Suppose general equation of the straight line is given, then area is 1 by 2 times c square divided by modulus of AB. Suppose equation of the line is given in intercept form, then 1 by 2 times modulus of a into b. In this case, general equation of the straight line is given, then area of the triangle formed by general equation of the straight line with coordinate axis is c square divided by 2 times modulus of AB. Here a is coefficient of x and b is coefficient of y. Next, area of the parallelogram formed by the lines a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0. Four sides their equations are given, right? a2x plus b2y plus d1 equal to 0 and a1x plus b1y plus c2 equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus d2 equal to 0. Area of the parallelogram when whose sides equations are given is equal to modulus of c1 minus c2 into d2 minus d1 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. a1 b2 a2 b1, ab minus ab, then order is 1 to 2 1, c1 minus c2 into d1 minus d. Modulus sign because consider absolute value, because area is always positive, right? The ratio in which the line ax plus by plus c divides the line segment joining a of x1 comma y1 b of x2 comma y2 is minus L11 is to L22. Now means in what ratio this line divides line joining these 2 points? Suppose point A of x1 comma y1 and this point is x2 comma y2 and this is line ax plus by plus c equal to 0. In what ratio this line divides line joining AB? That is minus L11 is to L22. What is L11? If you put x1 y1 in given line, then it is L11 notation. L11 means put x1 y1 in given line, it gives L11 notation. L11 means line put x1 y1 in given line, then L22 means put second point x2 y2 in given line. L11 means ax1 plus by1 plus c. Then L22, what is L22? ax2 plus by2 plus c. It divides in the ratio of minus L11 is to L22. If you put first point x1 y1 in given line, then its notation is L11. If you put point x2 y2 in given line, then it is L22, right? Then the points A and B lie on the same side or opposite side of the line ax plus by plus c equal to 0 according to L11, L22 have same sign or opposite sign. I will explain this point, right? One line is there, ax plus by plus c equal to 0, it is line, and 2 points are there, whether they lie same side of the line or opposite side. For example, suppose point A and point B, clearly these two lie opposite of this line, they lie opposite side, then signs same side. Suppose these 2 points lies same side of this line, then L11 and L22 have same sign, means L11 and L22 signs either positive if both are positive or both are negative. If L11 and L22 have same sign, then points lie same side. If L11 and L22 have opposite signs, then lie opposite. In this case, L11 and L22 have opposite signs, one positive, other one is negative. If both are positive or both are negative, then lie same side. Once again, I will read this point. The points A and B lie in the same side or opposite side of the line L equal to 0, means here L is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. According to as L11 and L22 have same sign or opposite sign. If they have same sign, lies same side. If they have opposite signs, then lies opposite side. two points lies whether same side of the line or opposite side of the line. That is depends on sign of L11 and L22. L11 means if you put one first point x1 y1 in given line, then it is L11 notation, or else L is nothing but L is ax plus by plus c, right? What is L11? L11 means ax1 plus by1 plus c, means if you put x1 y1 in given line, then it is L11. Then what is L22? If you put x2 y2, then it is L22, ax2 plus by2 plus c. Just remember notations. L means ax plus by plus c. L equal to 0 means ax plus by plus c equal to 0. What is L11? L11 means ax1 plus by1 plus c. What is L22? ax2 plus by2 plus c, right? Next point. Let L equal to x plus by plus c equal to 0 and c is clearly greater than 0, means positive. Be a line and x plus by, sorry, a of x1 comma y1 be a point, then a lies in the origin side of L equal to 0 if L11 is positive, and a lies in the opposite to the origin side, then L11 is negative, means whether only one point is given and line is given. Suppose this is line ax plus by plus c is given, one point, they have given one point A, whether L11 is positive or negative, L equal to 0. L11 is positive, then A lies in the opposite side of origin. Suppose point A lies opposite of origin, then L11 is positive. If L11 is positive, then point lies opposite side of origin. If L11 is negative, then point A, suppose point A is here, then L11 is negative. If L11 is negative, then one point lies origin side. If L11 is positive, or lies opposite of the origin, opposite side. L11 positive, point lies opposite side of the origin. If L11 is negative, then point lies origin side. This is the meaning. Next, perpendicular distance of the line x plus by plus c is the perpendicular distance from the origin to the line. Distance between point and line formula. Distance between point and line formula is ax1 plus by1 plus c modulus sign divided by under root of a square b square. In this case, x1 y1 is 0 0. For that reason, it will be modulus of c divided by square root of a square plus b square. No need to remember this formula. Just remember distance between point and line formula. In this case, x1 y1 values are 0 0. Just replace, then you get modulus of c divided by square root of a square plus b square, right? Next, the perpendicular distance from a point x1 comma y1 to the line ax plus by plus c is modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by square root of a square plus b square. Distance between point and line formula. Next, distance between two parallel lines. Distance between two parallel lines ax plus by plus c1 equal to 0 and ax plus by plus c2 equal to 0 is modulus of, you can use c2 minus c1 divided by square root of a square plus b square or c1 minus c2. It is equivalent to modulus of c2 minus c1 divided by square root of a square plus b square. Both are one and the same. Inside modulus sign, modulus of c1 minus c2 is same as modulus of c2 minus c1. So modulus of c1 minus c2 divided by square root of a square plus b square or modulus of c2 minus c1 divided by square root of a square plus b square. Next point, point of intersection of two lines Already you know this formula while solving linear equation in two variables. Clearly both the lines are linear equations in two variables. Cross multiplication method. Point of intersection means meeting point. Point of intersection of given two lines. This is intersection, meeting point. Point of intersection of given two lines. Point of intersection means meeting point. How to remember this formula? Point of intersection is equal to, just write BC minus BC divided by AB minus AB, and y coordinate is CA minus CA divided by AB minus AB. After that, order is 1 2 2 1. Here also 1 2 2 1. Here also 1 2 2 1. 1 2 2 1. Point of necessary point is denominator should not be 0. Once denominator is 0, then it is not defined. For that reason, denominator should not be 0. If denominator term is equal to 0, then given two lines never intersect. Point of intersection of these two lines is, just write BC minus BC divided by AB minus AB, then write 1 2 2 1, and y coordinate is CA minus CA divided by AB minus AB. After that, give order 1 2 2 1 divided by AB means A1 B2 minus A2 B1. This is point of intersection of two lines. Next, three or more lines are said to be concurrent if they have a point in common. The common point is called the point of concurrence, right? That is concurrent lines. Three or more lines meet at a single point. Suppose it is line 1, it is line 2, and it is line 3. Suppose L1, L2, L3. These three lines are said to be concurrent. Why? Because they may meet at a single point, common point. These three lines are concurrent. Three or more lines are said to be concurrent if they meet at a single point. Then we can say that concurrent lines. This point is known as point of concurrency, right? Point of concurrence. Concurrent lines means they meet at a single point. Suppose this is L4. These four lines are concurrent because they meet at this point, same meeting point. They meet at a point, then we can say that they are concurrent. These four lines are concurrent. Concurrent means they meet at a single point or they intersect at a single point. All the lines intersect at a single point, then we can say that concurrent lines. These four lines intersect at A, so these four lines are concurrent. These three lines are intersect at P, so these three lines L1, L2, L3 are concurrent. Concurrent means they intersect at one point. Next point, if L1 equal to 0 means Ax plus By plus A1x plus B1y plus C1 equal to 0. L2 means A2x plus B2y plus C2 equal to 0 are intersecting lines. Then equation of the line other than L1 equal to 0 and L2 equal to 0 and passing through the point of intersection can be taken as L1 plus lambda times L2 equal to 0. Means equation of the line passing through intersection of two lines. Whenever two equations are given, suppose one line, it is other line. Line 1 and line 2 intersect at a point, and equation of third line, it passes through the intersection of given two lines. This is L3. Its equation is obtained by equation of L3 is equal to L1 plus lambda times L2 equal to 0. Equation of a line passing through intersection of given two lines is L1 plus lambda times L2 equal to 0. Here lambda is any arbitrary constant. any constant is one number. L1 plus lambda times L2 gives equation of a line passing through intersection of given two lines. Equation of a line passing through intersection of given two lines is L1 plus lambda times L2 equal to 0, and here lambda be any real number. Then condition that the lines a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0, a3x plus b3y plus c3 equal to 0 are concurrent. Three lines are said to be concurrent. What is condition? If they meet at a single point. Then how to check given lines are concurrent or not? If determinant of their coefficient, determinant of 3 by 3, determinant of their coefficients is equal to 0, then we conclude given three lines are concurrent. How to conclude whether given lines are concurrent or not? Determinant of a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 a3 b3 c3 equal to 0, determinant of 3 by 3 equal to 0, then these three lines are coefficient, determinant of their coefficients equal to 0, then we conclude given lines are concurrent. For example, suppose, not exactly, 2 plus 3y some value 8 equal to 0, then 2x minus 3y plus 5 equal to 0, 4x minus 5y minus 8 equal to 0. Suppose these three lines are concurrent, means if they meet at a single point, then what is condition? Then determinant of their coefficients, determinant of 2 3 8, second row 2 minus 3 5, third row 4 minus 5 minus 8. If you evaluate this determinant, if it gives 0, then clearly given lines are concurrent. And then I tell you how to evaluate 3 by 3 determinant, right? How to evaluate 3 cross 3 determinant. 3 cross 3 means 3 rows and 3 columns. Clearly this is row 1, row 2 and row 3. Horizontal lines are called rows and vertical lines column 1, column 2 and it is column 3. If determinant of their coefficients is equal to 0, then lines are concurrent. I tell you how to evaluate 3 by 3 determinant. Evaluate, suppose determinant 1 0 2 3 1 minus 1 4 6 3, right? This is one determinant. How to evaluate 3 by 3 determinant, right? Just remember how to evaluate 3 by 3 determinant. Write first element whatever is there, write 1, delete first row and first column, remaining determinant elements. If you write here 1, delete first row first column, what are the remaining elements? 1 minus 1 6 3, and sign is alternating plus minus. Don't ask why it is negative, why it is positive. Just remember how to evaluate 3 by 3 determinant. About determinants you will learn in second PUC, right? Now just remember how to evaluate 3 by 3 determinant, right? Then minus 0 into, what is position of element 0? It is in first row and second column. Delete first row second column. If you delete first row second column, what are the remaining elements? 3 minus 1 4 3. Alternating plus minus, first term positive, next negative, next positive, alternating plus minus. Next go for next element 2. What is position of 2? It is in second row third column. Delete second row third column. Then it will be 3 1 remaining determinant elements 3 1 4 6. And already you know how to evaluate 2 by 2. First reduce 3 by 3 into 2 by 2. 1 into product of diagonal elements minus non-diagonal elements. 3 minus of minus plus 6. Minus 0 into product of diagonal elements minus non-diagonal elements. It will be 9 minus of minus plus 4, right? Plus 2 into again product of diagonal elements minus non-diagonal. 18 minus 4, right? It will be 9, 0 minus 0 plus 18 minus 4, 14, 14 plus 14 into 2, that is 28. 18 minus 4 is 14, 14 into 2 is 28, right? 37. 9 plus 28, 37. Its determinant value is 37. I will explain one more problem, how to evaluate 3 by 3, right? Take one more problem, how to evaluate 3 by 3, right? Determinant 4 0, or else you can take any non-zero numbers. 4 1 3, 2 3 minus 1, minus 1 minus 2 3. Elements may be any real numbers, right? Now how to evaluate this determinant? Write 4 and its sign is positive. Delete first row first column. Delete first row first column remaining determinant elements 3 minus 1 minus 2 3. Next sign negative and take this element. Delete first row second column. Then what are the elements? 2 minus 1 minus 1 3. Delete first row second column. First row second column remaining elements 2 minus 1 minus 1 3, right? Then sign plus 3 into. Deleting first row third column, then remaining elements 2 3 minus 1 minus 2. Then 4 into product of diagonal elements minus non-diagonal, 9 minus 2 only. Multiply these two minus multiply these two, right? Minus 1 into again product of diagonal elements minus non-diagonal, it will be 6 minus 1 plus 3 into product of diagonal elements minus non-diagonal elements, minus into minus it will be plus. Then 4 into 7, right? 9 minus 2 7, 7 into 4 28, minus 6 minus 1 5, 5 into minus 1 is 5, means minus 5. Here minus 1 plus 3, sorry, minus 4 plus 3 minus 1, minus 1 into 3 is minus 3. Clearly it will be 20. This is method of evaluating 3 cross 3 determinant. 3 cross 3 means 3 rows and 3 columns. Sign convention is plus minus plus, right? If determinant of their coefficients equal to 0, then lines are concurrent. Next, we can evaluate angle between two lines by using tan theta formula also. Theta is acute angle between the lines ax plus by, a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. Then cos theta is, you can use cos theta or tan theta. By using tan theta only, we can find its slope. By finding their slopes, then use tan theta is equal to m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 into m2. No need to remember these two formulas, right? Just write their slopes. What is slope of this line? Minus a1 divided by b1. What is slope of second line? Minus a2 divided by b2. By using slopes also we can find angle between two lines. No need to remember these two formulas, right? Just remember the formula, angle between two lines formula, tan theta is equal to modulus of m1 minus m2 or m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 into m2, right? And already you know the condition. If two lines are parallel, this condition also not necessary. If two lines are parallel, then their slopes are equal. Just remember, if two lines are parallel, then their slopes are equal. Slopes equal means a1 divided by a2 is equal to b1 divided by b2. If two lines are perpendicular, then product of slopes equal to 0. If you take product of slopes equal to 0, then you get a1 into a2 plus b1 into b2 equal to 0, right? Next, these two lines represent same line. Same line means coinciding. If lines are coincide, then condition is a1 by a2 plus b1, a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. Then line represents same line. Same line means they are overlapping lines, coinciding lines. If alpha is the put of the perpendicular drawn from x1 comma y1 to the line ax plus by plus c equal to 0 is, then condition is alpha minus x1 divided by a, beta minus y1 divided by b is equal to minus of ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by a square plus b square. Put of the perpendicular drawn from line to the point. It is one of the shortcut formula. Ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Put of the perpendicular drawn from the point x1 comma y1. Suppose it is alpha comma beta. Alpha comma beta is the put of the perpendicular drawn from the point x1 comma y1 to this line. Then what is condition? Alpha minus x1 divided by a is coefficient of x, equal to beta minus y1 divided by b is coefficient of y, that's equal to minus of ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by a square plus b square. By using this formula, easily we can find put of the perpendicular. It is shortcut formula for finding put of the perpendicular drawn from point to line. This is condition when alpha comma beta is put of the perpendicular drawn from. This is put of the perpendicular drawn from the point x1 comma y1 to this line. Then condition is alpha minus x1 divided by a equal to beta minus y1 divided by b minus of ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by a square plus b square, right? If alpha comma beta is the image of the point x1 comma y1 with respect to this line, then what is condition? Previous one is condition of put of the perpendicular. Condition for alpha comma beta is put of the perpendicular. Next one, image of the point with respect to, suppose alpha comma beta is the image of x1 comma y1 with respect to the line, then condition is alpha minus x1 divided by a equal to beta minus y1 divided by b equal to minus 2 times. In the previous case simply minus 1, in this case minus 2. Image of the point with respect to line. Suppose this is line. Suppose line ax plus by plus c equal to 0 is given. One point p of x1 comma y1. Image of this line with image of this point with respect to this line is, suppose alpha comma beta is image of this point, image of x1 comma y1 with respect to this line, then condition is alpha minus x1 divided by a, beta minus y1 divided by b minus 2 times ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by a square plus b square. If alpha comma beta is image of x1 comma y1 with respect to ax plus by plus c equal to 0, then condition is alpha minus x1 divided by a, beta minus y1 divided by b minus 2 times ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by a square plus b square. Next, the equation of the line parallel to ax plus by plus c and ax plus by plus c2 equal to 0 and lying midway between them is, means equation of the line which is parallel to given two lines and lies in between, lies midpoint of given two lines. Suppose here line 1 is there, it is line 2, and one of the line line 3, it is midway between given two lines. This is our required line, right? Then what is its equation? Line 3 equation. If it is line midway between given two lines and it is parallel to both the lines. One line is ax plus by plus c1 equal to 0 and second line is ax plus by plus c2 equal to 0. Then third line, it lie midway between L1 and L2. Then what is its equation? Its equation is ax plus by plus c1 plus c2 divided by 2 equal to 0. Just average of constant terms divided by 2. Coefficient of x in both in these three lines is same because parallel. If lines are parallel, then corresponding x and y coefficients are same, right? Midway between two lines is ax plus by, right? Ax plus by is constant term is c1 plus c2 divided by 2. When a line is parallel to given two lines and lying midway between given two lines, right? Then next, a straight line is such that sum of the reciprocals of its intercepts on the axis is k. Suppose sum of reciprocals, a straight line is such that sum of the reciprocals of its intercepts on the axis is k, then it passes through the fixed point 1 by k comma 1 by k. Suppose 1 divided by a plus 1 divided by b is equal to k. Sum of reciprocals of the intercepts is equal to k, then that line is passing through 1 divided by k comma 1 divided by k. This is one result. Suppose sum of the intercepts, sum of the reciprocals of the intercepts is equal to k, means 1 divided by a plus 1 divided by b is equal to 10. Then required line passing through 1 divided by 10 comma 1 divided by 10. This is the meaning. Just remember one point. A straight line is such that the sum of the reciprocals of its intercepts on the coordinate axis is k, then it passes through the fixed point with coordinates 1 by k comma 1 by k, right? Next, a line which is at a distance p units from the origin makes intercepts a and b on the axis, means on the coordinate axis. Then 1 by p square is equal to 1 by a square plus 1 by b square. It is one point. Then if a line cuts the axis at a and b and x1 comma y1 is the midpoint of AB, then equation of the line is x by x1 plus y by y1 is equal to 2. These two problems already solved in PUC, right? A line cuts the axis at a and b and p of x1 comma y1 is point on it, dividing AB in the ratio of L is to m, then the equation of the line is mx divided by x1 plus ly divided by y1 is equal to L plus m. It is one of the shortcut formula. If a line cuts the coordinate axis at capital A and capital B and p of x1 comma y1 lies is a point lie on it, dividing AB in the ratio of L is to m, then equation of the line is mx divided by x1 plus ly divided by y1 is equal to L plus m. These points are not necessary, right? The point of concurrence of the altitude of the triangle is called orthocenter, and the orthocenter of the right angle triangle is the vertex containing the right angle, right? I will explain what is orthocenter. What is orthocenter of the triangle? Already you know definition of centroid, right? What is definition of centroid? Centroid means point of intersection of medians. Point of intersection of medians is known as centroid and it is denoted with Z. Then point of intersection of altitudes. Already you know definition of altitude. Altitude is a straight line passing through one vertex and perpendicular to opposite side. This is altitude. Altitude AD. Altitude through vertex B, vertex C, E and F. Clearly this is also perpendicular, this is. Then point of intersection of altitudes is known as orthocenter. This is orthocenter denoted with O. What is orthocenter of the triangle? The point of intersection of altitudes of the triangle is known as orthocenter. Point of intersection of medians is known as centroid. Right? Point of intersection of altitudes is known as orthocenter. Orthocenter of the triangle. Then in right angle triangle, the orthocenter of the right angle triangle is vertex containing the right angle. Means in right angle triangle, right angled vertex is the orthocenter. Suppose ABC is a right angle triangle and it is right angled at B, then B is orthocenter. Right angled vertex is the orthocenter. In right angle triangle, right angled vertex is the orthocenter. Remember this point. What is definition of orthocenter? The point of intersection of altitudes is known as orthocenter. In right angle triangle, which one is orthocenter? In right angle triangle, right angled vertex is the orthocenter. Suppose triangle is right angled at B, means angle B is 90 degree, then B is orthocenter. Suppose angle A is 90 degree, then orthocenter is vertex A. Suppose angle B is, suppose angle C is 90 degree, then right angled vertex is the orthocenter. In right angle triangle, right angled vertex is the orthocenter. In this right angle triangle, vertex B is orthocenter. In this right angle triangle, vertex A is orthocenter. In this right angle triangle, vertex C is orthocenter. In right angle triangle, right angled vertex is the orthocenter. Right? With this, I will stop today's class. We will discuss problems in the next day. Right?